So, last week we had the underwhelming weigh-in of 1.2 pounds, right? We were at 193 pounds lost, and I panicked. I panicked a lot. When you're getting so close to a goal that you want to achieve so badly, that you have something come up that makes you feel like it might not be possible. You have two options. You either have the option of either A, letting it affect you and letting it basically slow you down, and you're just like, oh, well, you want to know something? It's not going to happen. It is what it is. I'm going to stop. I'm just going to, I don't care anymore. Or you have an option two, okay? Of you push through it and you say, you know what? This wasn't good enough. Let's go harder, right? Let's go harder. I chose option B. Throughout this whole journey, I have always chose option B. If it doesn't work, let's go harder next week. This week, I had a weight loss of 5.2 pounds, being the highest weight loss since the beginning of May, taking us to a weight loss of 198.2 pounds. We are 1.8 pounds away from doing this. I am 90% sure that this will be the last week that I will not have that goal met. This time next week when I weigh in, we will probably be there. And I'm not gonna lie, I got a little emotional this morning because I was very concerned that it wasn't gonna happen. And here we go. We're still on that roller coaster ride. And even if we have another low loss, okay, let's say we repeat the 1.2. Another 1.2 is going to take us a half pound away. And lo and behold, we have 2.5 weeks left. We're doing this. 2.5 weeks, 1.8 pounds. It's going to happen. And I'm so happy. Just having that peace of mind was just so relieving. And it's just something that I can hold on to with pride when it happens. Just being able to say, I lost over 200 pounds in under a year. I mean, that's big. That is something not very many people can claim. And it's something that I will definitely treasure. It still doesn't feel real, is the thing. It still just doesn't feel real. This still feels like it's such a dream. Like I'm in a coma somewhere and like I'm just fantasizing about losing this much weight. It still just doesn't feel real. And I think it's just mainly because I failed so many times in the past, coming to terms with the fact that it worked this time and I was strong enough this time and that I wanted this bad enough this time. It's just still hard to come to terms with. And the fact that it happened so fast. But enough about that. Okay, I could go on and on. I do want to go ahead and lay out the plan for what I'm going to do going forwards. I have given it a lot of thought, what I want to do. And the last plan that we decided upon was that I was going to have Keto stop here on July 8th would be the first day that I would stop. On my birthday, even, actually. That I would be stopping Keto and I would be taking a year off to let the skin catch up. And I'm going to not do that plan anymore. I'm going to change up the plan officially. I feel like another 20 so pounds isn't going to make that big of a difference with my skin. So I'm going to carry through when I get back from Florida. I will go ahead and break keto for Florida. God forbid. You're going to a place that you have food that you don't normally have access to, you better enjoy it while you're there, okay? I will probably put on like 5 pounds when I'm there, just because it'll happen. Even with smaller portions and stuff like that, I won't be eating exactly healthy when I'm eating out all the time. But I will be enjoying my time down there. I do wish to get back onto keto when I return, and I will carry on with keto at the pace that I'm at right now currently until I get to 250 pounds, questionably 240 pounds. And here's why I'm not decided on that final weight. The fact that I'm going to be coming back to keto and I don't know how much longer I'll be on it is something that kind of sucks. But at this point, I don't see much point in taking a year off of keto just to want to lose 20 more pounds. 20 more pounds right now, when I have the momentum I have right now, when I have the mindset right now, I need to do this now. Rain checking it is just a stupid idea. The more I think about it, I'm just like, if I'm that close, if I'm only 20 pounds away, real food that I normally can't have can wait for that time. I need to focus while I have the energy and while I have this focus, because someday it could start to dwindle. I hope it doesn't, and I'm praying that it doesn't, because I've done a weight loss before where I lost 50 pounds and I put it back on in plus, and that's not happening again. I won't let that happen again. That's why I'm questioning if I want to go down to 240 pounds, okay? The idea would be if I go down to 240 and I keep monitoring my weight every single week. For the rest of my life, I'm going to be monitoring my weight every single week. But if I was to get back up to that 250, then I'm like, I got a problem. And I got to bring it back down to 240. So that way I do not succeed 250 pounds for the rest of my life, hopefully. That's the goal. Is 250 still big? Absolutely. That is 50 pounds over the average American male weight. That's actually 198 pounds. So I definitely want to be able to flatline at that point. I wanted that to be the original goal. That's where I want to go. That's where I want to be. So I need to do this now. And who knows, in a year's time, will I still have the same metabolism? Will I still have the same drive or anything like that? It's a risk I don't want to take. I think it would be an absolutely incredibly stupid move. And I kind of think I'm stupid for even thinking it to begin with. I get that I'm starting to get unhappy with how the skin is. But I have a plan in place to skin tone and to work on it. But I don't think 20 more pounds, I just don't think it's going to be that big of a difference. I think that I need to lose it and then just maintain from there. So, and like I said, it may be 30 pounds. I may go down to 240 and then balance up and down from there. That's where I'm going. That is my first sure idea right now. Is I get back from vacation, I get back on it, and then I ride through it. But the one thing I will say is, if I was to meet up with my girlfriend or something like that, and if we wanted to go eat out somewhere, by all means, I will take cheat days every now and then. I've proven that I can do cheat days and get right back onto things. I want to be able to enjoy the things around me now. I think I've earned that. If like a new restaurant opens up, or if a restaurant is closing down right now with like all the COVID stuff, and I didn't get to enjoy one of my favorite childhood restaurants before it closed because of keto, and that sucked. But I needed to stick true to it, and I don't really have any regrets on it. But I want to be able to enjoy what I want when I want. I've gotten very tired of not being able to do that. I've gotten into this, you have to stick to this, you can't break it, and you gotta be an asshole to yourself. I've done something incredible, and I think I need to give myself a pat on the back every once in a while. Like, it would be maybe once a week having a cheat day, maybe, but probably like more like once every month would be all the more that it would be. But I think I deserve it to myself to be able to take it a little bit easier than what I've been doing. I would still be on my keto days. I would still be sticking true to 12 carbs a day, but it's not going to be anything more than that. Like, it's just going to be that one cheat day every now and then. But getting back to one more thing. I had a conversation with a guy at work who has been kind of following me on this journey. He's actually a vendor. He doesn't work with me, but we do interact quite a bit. And I was asking him, what do you think of me if you didn't know me? It's a question very hard to ask of somebody. Okay? It's a very hard question to ask because it's a question I'm scared to know the answer to. But I asked a question, if you didn't know me, what would you think of me? And he was like, as a person? And I was like, no, just like body-wise. Like, would you think, wow, that guy is pretty big? Or would you think he's not that big? And he said, honestly, with the way that most people are anymore, you look pretty average now. And he's very much clarified, this is not trying to be a friend or anything like that. That's just being dead honest. You aren't that big anymore. And that is a part that I'm still having trouble coming to grasps with. It's mainly because throughout my entire life, elementary school, middle school, high school, I did get subjected to overweight bullying. Even at work, a lot of customers would point out the fact whenever I'd be working on my knees, they'd be like, oh, you shouldn't be working on your knees, honey. You're not going to be able to use those things after a while because of all that weight. A funny story was I was bagging way back when I was in high school, and a little kid in a cart noticed that I had, for lack of a better term, man boobs. And during that time, like she was like, are you a man or a woman? And even at that time, I was just like the mom was mortified, but I didn't think too much of it. But how other people have perceived me has always been a thing on my mind, and it's always bothered me quite a bit. So the idea that I might actually be leveling out now, and to a point of where I'm actually able to blend into society and not stand out as this incredibly obese person, it's something that's going to take a little bit to get used to. Because it's always been on the back of my mind, just being so overweight, almost reaching 500 pounds, and just this whole year was just something I never would have expected could happen. And it's all thanks to those around me who kept me on, and just the support that I got, because this wasn't easy to do alone. As much of a mental game as it is, I needed the support from people like you guys and family. So I think this video is dragged on long enough, though. I will go ahead and cut it here, but I'm hoping for a really big episode next week. I'm really hoping for it. Come on, 1.8 pounds. We can do this. 1.8 pounds. I'm not giving up on this week. We're going hard. We're going hard at it. I'm not going to let up at all. We're doing one more week from hell. No night snacking, no anything. Pushing that water. We're getting this thing through, okay? We're doing this. 1.8 pounds. We're going to get on that scale next week, and it's going to be glorious. It is going to be glorious. But thank you guys again for the continued support. I'll see you guys back here next week. Good night.